Hey everybody, I was just actually on with a patient, and one of the questions they asked me was, how does weight loss surgery impact your relationships? So I thought I'd take a minute just to quickly make a video about it, because I'm sure other people have the same question. So the way I describe it is this. So I tell people to imagine that you are standing in the middle of a pond and you're holding a stone. And what I want you to imagine you do is you drop that stone into the pond. Now, when you do that, what happens? Basically, from the stone all the way out to the edge of the pond, you get these little ripples, okay, that go right from the impact of where the stone hits the water all the way out to the edge of the pond, okay? Now, what I want you to do is just imagine that the stone is you having weight loss surgery, and all of those ripples are the impact that it's going to have on your family, friends, anyone who's in your system, okay? So basically what happens is that the closer you are to the stone, the bigger the ripple. The further you are away from the stone, the smaller the ripple. And this also mirrors your relationships with other people. So the closer the person is to you, the more of a ripple there might be. The further out they are from you, the less of the ripple. So the people who are going to have the biggest impact from you having weight loss surgery are your family, your friends, and then it's going to go co-workers, and then you're going to keep going all the way out to however far out from you go. Now, when you have these ripples, okay, what it looks like is varies on support group to support group or group to group, okay? So sometimes it's going to be big ripples in the sense of you're going to get a lot of resistance from other people and the people around you. And typically, like I said, the people who are closest to you are going to give you the biggest resistance. The people who are further away are going to give you less resistance. It could be resistance. It could be making it more difficult for you to be successful. Now, it can also go the other way in that ripple can actually signify something that's good. So instead of actually getting resistance, all of a sudden the change in the behavior is you get this tremendous support that you didn't even think you were going to get. So the ripples don't have to necessarily be negative. They can also be positive. All right. And then, like I say, as you go out, so you've got, so you have family, you have friends, and then you could co-workers. It always keeps going out all the way through. Now, what happens once the stones hit the water? Eventually those ripples go away, and the same thing happens within your in your social system, within your system, okay? That whatever the ripple creates, okay, eventually, especially if it's negative, okay, if it's positive, the ripple, whatever it creates tends to stick around, okay? But if it's a negative thing, what that ripple then creates, eventually it dies down, okay? And the one thing that you have to do as a person who's had the surgery is try to be patient. Now, I know that's very hard, but that's really the key to this. You can't really impact the ripple. The ripple's going to happen. You can't do too much to impact it. Sometimes you can help by, educating people and things like that. But ultimately, the ripple's going to happen if the ripple's going to happen. And you have to be patient and stay strong and stand your ground and not allow that ripple to deter you from the journey that you're on. And as long as you do that, eventually everyone kind of gets in line, okay? Our system, whatever system we have around, is always looking for balance. So whenever there's a change within that system, the system is going to resist it, okay? And then when the system resists it, what happens is they try to change the thing that's changed within the system back to the old way, because they find that easier than actually changing themselves to assimilate the new norm, okay? But eventually they have to, okay? Eventually there becomes this tipping point whereby they can't keep resisting it and they have to just accept it. And like I say, you have to stay strong. One of the ways in which you can do that is you can have a huge support system, okay? The bigger your support system, the better, because it allows you to be able to process, to deal with it, to talk about it and stuff like that. Okay, so that's kind of loosely how it impacts your relationships around you. Like I say, imagine that stone being dropped in a pond and the ripples going through towards the outside. Your weight loss surgery is the stone, okay, that's been dropped in the pond. All right, so that's just kind of a quick way of kind of describing that. It's good to have a visual, because sometimes if you have a visual and understand, it makes it a little bit easier to deal with it. Okay, all right, hope that was helpful. Please subscribe, like the videos, all of that fun stuff. And we'll make another video about another topic, and we'll put it out soon. Okay, thanks a lot.